Welcome to Reflections of AG. I am so excited to be here, and thank you so much for your likes, your comment, and your subscription. If you know you've not done that, go ahead to subscribe to this channel and like this video. I know you are going to like it. And thank you for the comment about the scholarship video. I got a lot of comments and interesting ideas. So today I want to talk about where and how you can even find the scholarships in the first place, because most of you are like, okay, these are good ideas, but where do I even see these scholarships? So I want to talk about that. And other people were like, okay, we have funding for our tuition, that the money for us to spend is very little, especially as prices have increased because of global supply chain issues and inflation and all of that. So what are some of the ways he can do to increase the stipend you get or the money you get into your account? So today I want to spend some time to talk about these two big topics. So let's get started. So the first one I want to talk about is how or where you can find scholarship. The very first one I would say is Google. I know this is very cliche because everybody Googles now. If you have anything, you just go to Google and ask Google. But then, as I said earlier on in my video, it is one of the best tools out there. So it's all about how you frame what you're looking for. So let's say if you've not come to the state yet, or if you're in the state and you're looking for funding, because you're kind of restricted and kind of funding you can get, you have to make sure that your search is very targeted. So you look for funding for engineering student from a developing country. If you know you are from a developing country, you can look for funding for international student because you are in the state, and you can bring your course, you can bring your program, because once you do that, it removes the junk and brings only what you need. So you add your program to it, you add your country, you add anything to your advantage so that you can get scholarships that you need. Because if not that, you get scholarships, you would go through it and you realize that you are not eligible for, because you are not a US citizen or you are not a permanent resident, and because of that you've just wasted time and effort. So your Google search, how you go about searching it, is very important. So make sure that you have refined it enough, that the information that you get is a targeted information enough that you will need for your scholarship or for your funding. The second one I would say is to ask friends who have won the scholarship about where to find those scholarships. So definitely you might know somebody in the state or somebody who is schooling in the country you are who has won a scholarship. So just ask them, oh, where did you find it? Which website is that? It could be a very silly question because you can Google search it, but sometimes it's not. So just ask them, and asking them can even go a long way from just where the scholarship is to how were you able to find it, because having somebody who has actually won the scholarship on your team is a very good resource for you to be able to even secure the scholarship. So do not be shy to reach out to your friends who have won a scholarship. Even if you know recent graduate who won some certain scholarship, you can also reach out to them to find out more about it and to know the link about it, and even ask them how they did it in the first place, because nobody can help you as much as people who have been in your shoes before and have won those scholarships. So the third one I'll say is to monitor the email broadcast from your department. I know in my school, day in and day out, they do send out broadcast emails, and it can be very overwhelming. I understand, I know, but if you are looking for scholarship, you can't ignore it, because sometimes they do send you information about scholarships that are out there, and sometimes it's very peculiar to the school. It is very centered to the region that you are, or the department that you are, which means that it reduces the competition. for that scholarship. So just monitor these ones, and at other times too, they would want a recommendation from the school. So once you see such information and there is a need for you to be recommended by the school, you reach out to the advisors in your department and tell them that, okay, you're interested in this scholarship, you want to apply, can the school recommend you? I have not been recommended by my school for a scholarship before, so I cannot tell you about the processes and it's the processes to go through, and it differs from school to school. So make sure that you reach out to your advisor and campus to ask them about the process you need to go through for you to be recommended for that particular scholarship. So do watch out for that. And at other times too, they do send information about students who have won scholarships. So if you hear that anybody in your department, in your school has won a scholarship, please, the person is already in your school, number one. The person from your school won scholarship, number two. So you just Google the scholarship the person won, see if you're eligible for it. If you are, you can apply to that scholarship. You will definitely get the person's email address because the person is in your school. Sometimes you reach out to them and they might not be able to, respond to you. You don't have to worry, but once you know that the scholarship is available and somebody from your school has done it and you're eligible for it, that is one sure way for you to go ahead and apply for that scholarship. The fourth one I'll say is to monitor social media. I know social media can take a lot of time and you have to be able to manage it well, but then I have found a couple of my friends had won scholarship that they posted it on social media. So if you have a friend, if you're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you realize that somebody has won a scholarship, what you need to do is to Google that scholarship and check if you are eligible for it. So this kind of makes it a little bit easy because you don't have to look through this whole scholarship platform that have a lot of scholarships that you're not eligible for. So if the person tells you the person, you definitely know the program the person is doing. So it's one way to filter whether, okay, I qualify for this or not. You can know the demographics of the person to know, okay, whether I qualify for this. Is this for Asian student? Is it for Black student? Is this for everybody? So there is definitely, or is it for people? So you can definitely it kind of help you to trim down your search. So social media can be a good way for you to be able to do that, especially if you follow your school social media pages or social media pages from other schools as well. They do post some of these things there, and once you get to see about that, you just be happy for the person and go and do your search and get the information you need to get that scholarship. The last one I would say is from support group, and this last one is where I have found most of my scholarships. So I am in a GroupMe group that is Black PhD female computer science student, and that platform is basically to give awareness about what other people are doing in the field. So we have people who have completed their PhDs and people who are currently doing their PhD program. Sometimes even get announcement from people's job if they are looking for people to apply. So it's a very good platform and some other platform. So what usually happens is that if someone get a scholarship, somebody will put it there. Oh, no, this person got a scholarship. And you're like, oh, congratulations, congratulations. After all the congratulations, what do? I just go and Google the person to find out more about the person. So I would find out that sometimes I do not qualify or I'm not eligible for the scholarship the person won. But then if I Google the person, I get to see the person's resume, I get to see the person's CV, and I look at the other scholarships the person has won. So there's this Google Travel scholarship that I got, and somebody posted about someone on that group. I Googled the person won a scholarship. That scholarship, I'm not a US citizen, so I did not qualify for that. But on the person's CV, I saw other scholarships that are there. So when I Googled about it, surprisingly, that particular scholarship, because it was for TAPIA conference, and I'm into electrical engineering, not so much into computer science, so I was not really that much interested in going for that conference. But in searching along the way, I found this Google Travel scholarship, and I was even able to share it out with friends, and so many others. So this is one of the tips I have been using in getting my scholarship. Make sure that you reach out to these people and you find out about their CVs online if you don't want to reach out to them. I also remember my Facebook scholarship. I was in a WhatsApp group. Somebody posted a link. It was about green something, and I know it was for scholarships. So I just clicked on it and followed it. And I was not interested in the scholarship, and the scholarship actually did not suit me. So I decided to just explore the website. And while doing that, I found this Facebook scholarship there. I clicked on it, and I realized, oh my God, this is a perfect fit for me. So I looked out for the past winners, people within my demographics. So the people that I found were doing mathematics and computer science, and they had their information online. So they had their CVs online, they had their research statements online. I'm like, they just want this a year ago. So it's likely that the CVs that they have on their website, it's similar to what the format they used for the application. So I just followed their format, how they did it. I read their research statements, how they are structured their sentence, how they've even done their whole composition. So I didn't have to reach out to them, but because I did some good stalking, I was able to get most of the information I needed, and that's how I applied for the Facebook scholarship and I won. I have to give kudos to one of my friends who helped me in reading and correcting all the grammatical errors and the errors that was in my essay. And because he has also won a couple of scholarships, I am praying to bring him here to tell you about his experience, because he won a lot of scholarship. He really helped me to be able to put my stuff together to apply, and I won that scholarship. So these are the ways that I can say these are the practical ways I have used and I've seen other people use to locate or to find scholarships and to determine where they can get all the scholarship. As I did mention earlier in my video on how to secure funding, if you have not watched it, make sure you search for it and watch for that. That video provided information about how to get scholarship for your tuition or fellowship for your tuition. So if you not watch it, make sure that you do watch that video. So thank you so much for staying and allowing me to walk you through how and where you can find scholarship for your graduate education. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, like this video, and comment. Let me see what is in your mind. Bye-bye.